Om Shanti. 1st July 2023. Baapdada Sakar Murli. In the essence, Baba says, sweet children, you have to do the service of making Bharat pure with your minds, bodies, and wealth. You have to liberate this Bharat from Maya, Ravan. Question: what worry do the children who make effort to be soul conscious become liberated from? Answer: from worrying about the karma of their old bodies, which repeatedly comes in the form of suffering. They are freed from worrying about their karmic accounts having to be settled because it remains in their intellects. We now have to settle our old karmic accounts and become karmatit. Then, for half a cycle, no kind of illness will come to us. Baba performs such a first-class nature cure that no name or trace of illness remains. Song: You are the mother and father. Om Shanti. You children heard this song. You children know that you are personally sitting in front of the purifier, the mother and father. You are following Srimad in order to make impure Bharat pure because you children are in the service of the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. The Father is also in this service. You children know that Bharat really was pure and that it has now become impure. It has been 5,000 years since the pure world came into existence. People of the world don't know any of these things. You children are now following the Father's Srimad and serving Bharat with your minds, bodies, and wealth. You are liberating Bharat from the chains of Maya Ravan and establishing the kingdom of Ram. You can explain to anyone that we have come to purify impure Bharat, and so we definitely have to become pure. All the quarreling is over purity. There is one difficulty or another. Their war is one of violence, whereas your war is with Ravan in the form of the five vices. You know that you have been following Srimad every cycle. At this time, the whole world is following the dictates of Ravan. By following Srimad, you become deities, those with divine directions. You now belong to the Brahmin clan. You make the whole world pure from impure. The unlimited Father comes to the children. You children say that you are once again making Bharat into a divine kingdom with your minds, bodies, and wealth. At the beginning of the Golden Age, Bharat was a kingdom. We are establishing our divine kingdom, just as Gandhi Bapu served with his mind, body, and wealth. He also had to go to prison, and so that was serving with his body. His mind was also engaged in that. You know that the Father is now liberating you from Maya Ravan. This one is the unlimited Father, whereas that one was the Bapuji, Father of Bharat. He was not the father of everyone. In fact, an elderly person is called Bapuji. A mayor is also called Bapuji. There are many fathers. Your father is only one and none other. There is only one unlimited Bapu, Shiv Baba. He is present in the service of making Bharat pure. He must surely have come in someone's body. He must also have helpers. He wouldn't do this alone. You are the Shiv Shakti army. It is very easy for you to explain. People tolerated a lot to make India independent. Innocent women were put in prison. It was the men who endured the most suffering. You mothers now have to endure a lot of suffering because of poison. You can explain that the Father has come to make the world new and that first of all Brahmins are needed. You Brahmins, the mouth-born creation of Brahma, become divine. That is, you become the clan of Vishnu. It should remain in your intellects that you truly are Baba's helpers. Hundreds of thousands have to follow Srimad. Even Bapu Gandhi had a large army. Among them, there were good, well-known ones and some who were ordinary. That Bapu liberated you from the British. Baba is now giving you children Srimad in order to liberate you from the enemy Ravan. Just as they used to say that they are establishing their self-sovereignty, so it is in your intellects that you are establishing the divine sovereignty by following Srimad. You have to take Srimad at every step. It is through Srimad that you will become elevated. Each of you has your own karmic accounts. In order to attain the Karmatit stage, you have to make effort till the end. You haven't attained your Karmatit stage yet. You still have to make a lot of effort. The Karmatit stage is such that even your body doesn't experience suffering. An old body will suffer till the end. It is not that anyone has become perfect. The suffering of karma has to be settled. Until you reach your karmatita stage, the storms of Maya and the suffering of your karmic accounts will continue to come. You should not worry about them. Simply remember the Father. The Father says, "May you be soul conscious." These words have been remembered from this time. Human beings don't know the meaning of this. You now know that by becoming soul conscious, you can become detached and remember the Father. You now have to become soul conscious. You have to make effort. I am a soul and I am remembering the Father. Who would you remember by saying that He is omnipresent? The Father has explained that you do not have to go anywhere for peace. You have to continue to perform actions. You have to practice being bodiless. I am a soul and these are my organs. The original religion of souls is peace. We do not need a harmonium to play. Those sannyasis do hatha yoga and breathing exercises. They practice different exercises while sitting in a hole in the ground. Here there is no question of hatha yoga. You simply have to understand this knowledge. No one knows the knowledge of God, the Father. They say that God, the Father, is omnipresent. That is called false knowledge. You now know the Father. The Father of all is one. He comes and makes the impure world pure. You are the Father's helpers. You are becoming pure from impure and you will then go to a pure world. There is a pure divine kingdom. You are studying Raj Yoga for a pure world. He becomes your teacher and gives you the knowledge of this world cycle through which you become spinners of the discus of self-realization and then kings and queens, rulers of the globe. You have to maintain this stage while living at home with your families. You have to tolerate a great deal. The mothers are beaten so much. Many obstacles are created in this sacrificial fire by devils. Innocent ones are assaulted for wives. People of the Congress party were put in prison, whereas you are imprisoned by the bondage of Kans and Jarasandh, etc. You do have to tolerate a little. Of those who become pure, you mothers are in the majority. Yes, if some men are weak, they have to tolerate their wives. In fact, the people of Bharat have a rule of going into the stage of retirement after the age of 60. They renounce their households and give the keys to their children to look after everything. Worthy children look after everything very well. Their fathers served them and brought them up. And so it is the duty of the children to look after him. They would say, "You can go to your holy gathering and we will look after everything." Nowadays, even their children become enemies. The war of you children is with Maya Ravan. By following Gandhi's instructions, Bharat was liberated from the foreigners. Maya, Ravan has ruled over you for 2500 years. This Maya is very strong. It took them, Congress Party, 40 to 50 years of effort to liberate themselves. Here too, you gain victory by following Srimad. Ravan is your greatest and oldest enemy. Maya, your enemy, shoots you. The biggest bomb is lust. You have to remain very cautious of Maya. Baba says, the more you remember me, the more of the degrees of the mercury of your happiness will rise. You know that you have become the children of God and are establishing the kingdom of self-sovereignty for 21 births by following Srimad. Those of the Congress party only claimed self-sovereignty for a temporary period. That is not sovereignty. It is even more of a problem. However, you understand that the kingdom they receive is like a mirage. How the Congress was formed is not mentioned in the Gita or the Bhagavad. You now understand that they did not receive anything. At the most, they may have become MPs, and that too only for a short period. Everyone is now unhappy. We are establishing heaven. Your victory is fixed in the drama. You are studying Raj Yoga. You understand that you will become part of the Sun dynasty. Baba asks, are you making effort to become part of the Sun dynasty or the Moon dynasty? You say, we are making effort to become part of the Sun dynasty. Those who say Mama and Baba will definitely become part of the Sun dynasty. This is known as following the mother and father. The mother and father become the Sun dynasty emperor and empress. You all have 100% faith in this. The mother and father say to the children, you should make effort to claim the her throne. Make effort by following them. If someone says some auspicious words, it is said, let there be a rose in your mouth. It is no small thing to become part of the Sun dynasty. There will be so many palaces decorated with diamond and jewels. It is such an elevated status. You have goose pimples just by thinking about it. Baba is making us so elevated. Previously, we didn't know anything. Our village urchin has been remembered, but Sri Krishna was not a village urchin. Many villagers have come here. The poor are extremely fortunate. The hearts of the wealthy shrink. The father says, I am the Lord of the poor. You can see all who come to claim their inheritance. Tell whoever you meet, we are presently serving Bharat. We are serving Bharat with our minds, bodies, and wealth in order to make it into heaven. Then, if an income tax officer comes, he would quickly waive your taxes. That government wastes a great deal of money. Your money makes Bharat very prosperous. There is such a contrast. Explain this to others so that their heads starts to spin. Oh, you are doing great service of Bharat. Do such service. Become very, very sweet. Remain true to the true Lord and also remember the true Lord. If you want to become the masters of the land of truth, practice remembering the true Father constantly. By maintaining remembrance, you experience happiness. There is no one else whose sorrow and suffering has been removed. There is always one sickness or another. Then nothing will happen to you. The Father performs such a nature cure that you will never become diseased. You become free from disease for 21 births. Therefore, you should maintain such intoxication. Explain the contrast between what the Kauravas do and what the Pandavas do. What that Bapuji did and what this unlimited Bapuji does. The Father liberates you from the chains of Ravan. By remembering that Father, your sins will be absolved. He is the Father, Teacher, and Satguru. There is a burden of sin of many births on your heads. There is only one way to become pure. The water of the Ganges cannot purify anyone. It is this remembrance of the Father that makes you pure. It is not that you have to sit in meditation anywhere. Yes, it is good to sit down. You can sit together with the support of one another. However, Baba says, no matter how you sit, you can remember me while walking, moving around, and doing everything. In that school, students would surely remember the teacher who teaches them. It should sit in the intellects of you children that Baba is teaching you. There is no one who doesn't remember his father or teacher. You know that you have to return home. Therefore, you have to remember the Satguru. You relate such wonderful things about how our Father is the teacher and the Satguru. He is the true Father, the true teacher, and the true Satguru. It is the company of the truth that takes you across, that is, He takes you into the liberation and liberation in life. Everyone will return home from this old world, and you will then go and rule in the new world. This is your race. This is an unlimited horse race. You all say that you want to reach there first. Therefore, you have to stay in remembrance. Students are made to run. To the extent that you make effort, you will accordingly be threaded in the rosary of victory. Acha. To the sweetest beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from deep within the heart of the mother, the father, Baapdada. You are becoming very lovely. We were worthy of worship deities. Then we worthy of worship once lost 2 degrees and become warriors of the moon dynasty. Then we became worshippers in the merchant dynasty and finally the Shudra dynasty. Now, once again from worshippers, we are becoming worthy of worship by following Srimad. Spin this cycle around your intellect. Acha, the spiritual father says namaste to the spiritual children. Spiritual children, in return to the spiritual father, says good morning, namaste, namaste, namaste. Thank you so much, Baba. Essence for Dharana. Point number 1. In order to make Bharat prosperous, use your mind, body, and wealth in a worthwhile way. Become very, very sweet and do service. In order to establish the land of truth, remain truthful. Point number 2. In order to be threaded in the rosary of victory, race ahead in the race of remembrance. While walking, moving around, and doing everything, remember the Father, the Teacher, and the Satguru. Blessing. May you constantly be an image of tapasya and achieve success in service by helping with your renunciation and tapasya. May you constantly be an image of tapasya and achieve success in service by helping with your renunciation and tapasya. Explanation to this. A server means an image of renunciation and tapasya. With the help of both renunciation and tapasya, you will constantly have success in service. Tapasya means to belong to the one Father and none other. Constantly continue to have this tapasya and your service place will become a tapasya of tapasya, tapasya kund. Create such a tapasya kund that moths automatically go there. By serving with your mind, powerful souls will be revealed. Now, transform this land with the power of your mind. This is a method for expansion. Slogan. With the powers of humility and patience, cool down any fire of anger. with the powers of humility and patience, cool down any fire of anger. Acha. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti.